Very early on, Skip, before they even draft with
Thank you for that. Thank you. You contributed to the rise of the Dallas Cowboys.
I said, Skip, if you watch the kid play and then you watch his measurables, they line up. You saw a kid that was explosive. You saw a kid that was sudden. You saw a kid that was impactful, that could run. And he ran, he jumped, he lifted. Okay, they match. Skip, this kid has the makings to be something special.
Okay, but Shannon Sharp, you've been doing this for a long time, and you know 2 games is just 2 little games.
Exactly. That's why I'm not willing to skip. The hype, he should be getting hype because he's playing extremely well. But I want to hold off with this great talk because we throw great around after 1 game. We throw, and we started, somebody have a good, oh, he great. He the best this, he the best that. After 2 games, Skip, the kid looks like he's the real deal.
Yep.
Because, like you said, he's versatile. And that's the one thing you need. Usually someone that's versatile. He can play in the middle. He can put his hand in the dirt.
Yep.
He can drop in coverage.
Yep.
So he can do all 3. He can do 3 things really, really well.
Yep.
And he's only going to get better as his knowledge and understanding of the game.
True. As
his film study gets better and he can hone in and he can pattern, because that's what the really good ones can do.
Yep.
They can formation read and knows out of this formation, this is what they like to do. I'm going to get a head start. I'm going to beat them to the punch. So it looks to me, Skip, like he is the real deal and going to be the real deal for a long time. And I told you, man, I want Pat Surtain. And it looks like they're going to take J.C. Horn. I say, Skip, the best defensive player in this draft is this kid. And if you get him, you're going to look back 5-6 years from now and be like, yeah, I'm glad we missed this guy.
I had Wolf Hunter, and I had what was left of Jalen Smith, and they were signing Keanu Neal to play linebacker. The last thing I needed was another linebacker, unless he's that linebacker.
I give you a prime example. You had Amari. You had Gallup.
Well, that's
but what
I
did you
said.
say?
Okay.
We need CD because we don't have that.
And you blasted us for taking a non-need position. Right. And I needed desperately, I needed a cornerback. I needed the Bama bookend to go with Trevon Diggs.
Right.
And I'm thinking, and your Denver Broncos snatched him right out from under our nose.
Right.
And Jerry peels back. He trades back with the Eagles all the way to 12. And are you sure? Are you sure the Bears, when they trade up there, are you sure they're going to take a quarterback?
Well, I'm not so sure that the Broncos wouldn't have taken this kid had Von Miller not returned. They wanted Von to take a pay cut. He said no. They stuck with him for 1 more year. He's on the last year.
Yep.
But I'm not so sure had they released Von or traded Von, I'm not sure the Broncos doesn't take this kid because he's so versatile. But I'm not ready to say great because it's only 2 games. But, Skip, from what I've seen, this kid has a ceiling that's as big as Jerry's dome.
Okay.
So that's how high his ceiling is.
Thank you for saying that, and I thank you eternally for touting me on Micah Parsons. I liked him because he opted out his last year at Penn State, COVID. I didn't know for sure. I saw flashes the year before.
Right.
I'm not sure I saw this.
Right.
And just to reiterate what our man Troy Aikman said on his Dallas radio gig, he said, I love the guy. He's a great player from what I've seen already. And then he tried to check himself because Troy's been doing this for a long time like you. And he said, I hate to use that term early in his career, but you're seeing greatness.
Yes.
You're seeing, as Troy went on to say, special.
Right.
So to cap this off and drive it home, to tell you why I'm okay with the hype, because I think this young man is going to live up and surpass the hype. I have a quick story about our friend Lil Wayne. I was communicating with Lil Wayne last night about did he have any big plans for his birthday? And let us say a pre-happy birthday to Wayne. It's Monday, the 27th. Happy birthday, Lil Wayne.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, do you have any special plans? And he details for me what is a birthday bonanza of a coast-to-coast sports trip.
Right.
And it starts on Saturday at Boston because he's a huge Red Sox fan.
Right.
And it's Red Sox versus Yankees, and that starts at 4 o'clock Eastern time at Boston.
Right.
That's Saturday. Sunday, he's going to be all the way on the left coast at San Francisco to watch his Packers play against a coach he's very close with, your man Kyle Shanahan. So his emotions are mixed, but he bleeds green.
Yes.
And so he will be rooting for the Packers. I don't think he'd be crushed if Kyle pulled it off because he also likes Kyle very much and respects him highly.
Right.
So then he caps it off by telling me, and guess what? On Monday night, his birthday night, he's going to Jerry World. And I said, wait a second, you call them the Cowgirls. You hate Dallas. Yeah, he said, but I gotta see Micah live. I gotta see Micah live? Listen, this man, Dwayne Carter, has as high a sports IQ of anybody I know. He is a deep thinker when it comes to sports, and he often sees trends before they happen.
Right.
He saw Steph Curry way before it happened when he was at Davidson, was touting to me, and I was along with him on this one, that he should be the first pick in the draft. He's often like that. He sees it coming. For him to tell me he has to go to Jerry World to see live my man Micah Parsons, even though he despises everything Dallas Cowboys, is significant to me because it shows you Wayne sees it coming. Well, so do I. But again, because I've been burned so many times, I've been doing this for so long, 2 games is a mere 2 games.
The 2
but
games.
do I see it?
Yes.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
Did I have any problem when he says, I'm a lion's got to eat? No, because I see him eat.
Yeah.
Did I have a problem when he said the other day, I'm the Terminator. I got a hit list. Now, Jalen Hurts is on my hit list. Did I have a problem? You didn't have a problem because he's backing it up.
No.
They put, I campaigned last Friday, please put him in hand down in the dirt. Put him on the edge because he will keep the offense on edge because it's just hard to find him and see him and block him.
Well, Skip, I think the thing is, and Troy mentioned this, Hard Knocks gave us a glimpse into this, who this young man was.
We did.
It's nice to know the story behind the story. Because a lot of times, Skip, we just see these guys, okay, oh, he's great. But we got a little glimpse inside how his mom comes to all the games. He had all the guys. I say, Skip, this is leadership. I mean, hey, you talk about a rookie, and he's inviting all the vet players over, and his mom is cooking. That's what Ray did for the linebackers. But Ray was a 5-6 year vet at the time he started doing this. So now you see, and to watch him run, and to watch the suddenness. Skip, like I said, it's 2 games, but he looks like he the real deal.
And some guys, as we saw in the very first preseason game, just have a nose for the football. I can't explain it. I can't. You can't teach it. You can't coach it. It's a gift. You just happen to be around the football. Remember the first preseason game? He's all over the field. He's creating havoc.
I remember, Skip, the first time I saw Devin White. And Devin White got suspended for the first half of the Alabama game. And Alabama was running the ball right down their throat. And this 40 kid from LSU comes in the second half because he had got suspended the week before for targeting. And he shut it down. I said, that kid can play. And I was like, man, Bronk, I think we like 10 or something. I said, man, I sure hope we can get Devin White. They're like, no, you're not getting Devin White. Devin White, I think he went off the board at like 5 to Tampa. He has that kind of ability. He has Devin White type ability. Sideline to sideline, he can rush the pass. I think he might be a little better pass rusher because he played on the edge a little bit more.
I would agree. He's a little more bendable.
Devin is more the middle backer, come up the middle, to run your backs over. But this kid can beat offensive linemen. This kid's going to beat tight ends and get sacks. So looking at him and having played the game and no players when I see him, Skip, he looks like he's the real deal. I feel very comfortable saying, Skip, he's going to be a player. And I'm not, like I said, I felt that when we had this conversation, who's going to be rookie defensive player of the year? I was like, this kid right here. This kid right here. This kid is great.
He's off to the races because Pro Football Focus says they grade him the best of all.
He's the real. For 2 games, Skip, he's been the real deal. We got 15 more to go. I don't see it slacking off.
So our man Troy Aikman concludes, we may look back on this one and say, wow, how fortunate were the Cowboys that they didn't have one of those corners when they were available.
What's going to happen? Some other teams go save Jerry from himself. Because if one of those 2 corners was there, I don't care what Jerry said. Oh, he the best player on that board. Jerry was going to take either J.C. Horn or Patrick Surtain.
No doubt. And I would have had no problem with that. And now,
until you saw Michael Parsons play in somebody else's uniform and realized you could have had that.
And I told you before this year started, he will change the way we play defense, and he is doing that now. Thank you.
Well, let's move from the rookie to the GOAT, because Tom Brady has responded to his former trainer's claims about Bill Belichick We'll hear what the 7-time